Living fossils, as the name implies, are fossils that look similar to animals living today, such as fossil starfish, or you could say a fossil tortoise. They're found in all of the rock layers of the world, these sedimentary layers like Cambrian layers, Jurassic layers, Miocene layers. Well, Dr. Carl Werner is an expert on this topic. He actually wrote a book and a video series entitled Living Fossils. Dr. Werner, welcome to the show.
Thank you, David, and it's great to be with you and your audience.
Absolutely. I really appreciate you being on. Dr. Werner, are the living fossils that we find in the rock layers of the world different species than modern animals and plants? Does that imply evolution, or are they the same animal, implying creation and the flood?
Well, David, if you put a picture of a so-called living fossil next to a modern animal, side by side, they look the same. For example, look at this fossil nautilus on the bottom left of your screen, which was found in a dinosaur rock layer. And this modern nautilus shell, which is above it on the left on your screen, they look essentially the same. Now, if you cut the fossil nautilus in half and place it next to a living nautilus shellfish that has been cut in half, they look identical, implying that the nautilus did not evolve. Now look at the inside of the fossil and the living nautilus shell. The siphuncle tube, which connects the chambers, looks the same, and the shape of the chambers look the same. But evolution scientists changed the genus and species names of the fossil nautilus to create the illusion of evolution. Look, the modern nautilus species is called Nautilus pompilius, but the evolution scientists named the fossil nautilus Cenoceras lineatus. You see, David, they look like the same animal, but are given different species names to suggest they are not.
They do look remarkably similar. Dr. Werner, what other examples do you have of scientists that have changed those scientific names, the taxonomic names, to create this illusion of evolution?
Well, actually, David, my whole book, Living Fossils, is filled with similar examples of scientists changing the scientific names to create the illusion of evolution. For example, look at this fossil sequoia branch. It was found in a dinosaur rock layer, and it looks exactly like the modern sequoia branch, but again, the scientists changed the species names of the fossil. The fossil is called Cuneata, but the species of the living sequoia is called Glyptostroboides.
Okay.
Again, evolution scientists have done this to create the illusion of evolution, but the names are the illusion. These plants and these animals from the dinosaur times have not changed. They're the same animals.
You know, I'm proud to say that at the Wonder Center and Science Museum, where we're filming this, we actually have, I think it's at least 16 examples of living fossils, many of which are featured in your book, on display with the fossils and the living counterparts side by side so that students get this idea in their head. What other modern animals have been found with dinosaurs? I know there's been so much mixed together.
Yeah, in my book and video series, Living Fossils, we have interviews with evolution scientists who describe, believe it or not, finding parrots fossils with dinosaurs, parrots, and also other modern birds like ducks and loons and owls and penguins. They've all been found with the dinosaurs. Besides modern birds, they have modern reptiles have been found in the dinosaur rock layers like boa constrictors, iguanas, box turtles, alligators, crocodiles, and also modern amphibians like the salamanders and frogs have been found with dinosaurs. And mammals have been found with dinosaurs such as possums, hedgehogs, duck-billed platypus, echidnas, shrews, beaver-like mammals, Tasmanian devil-like mammals, squirrel-like mammals, etc. And then modern fish have also been found in the dinosaur rock layers like salmon, sardines, herring, orange roughy, etc. Plus, there's representatives of all the invertebrate groups living today, such as crayfish, lobster, shrimp, insects, oysters. But all of this information that modern animals live with dinosaurs has been kept hidden from the public.
Yes, it has. It has absolutely been concealed because all of these things blended together point back to the biblical historical narrative of Noah's flood. Now, you can order Carl's books, videos, and other resources at creationsuperstore.com, and I'd invite you to find out a lot more about his work at thegrandexperiment.com. Thank you, Carl, for being on.